and structuring is that, you know, they're trying to make it where everybody, I don't even get that, you know, I bet you could get 1,000 people, I'd love to get 1,000 people together, just random people, just ask them logically, are you disturbed that you have to show your ID to come vote? I mean, what's so disturbing about that? You know, but you got to show your ID to go into a lot of other things. I mean, I can't get on a plane without showing my ID. So, am I discriminating against a certain group of people because I got to show my ID to get on a plane? But yet I don't want to show it. Do I want to vote and I'm going to elect somebody? Well, the reason is because right now it appears itself, even though he's a very likable guy, and I'm sure he's a great guy to sit down and have a beer with, you know. But the president doesn't get the aspect of really what's going on, I don't think. I think he's more out of touch than most people understand. And the fact is, but you know what he does? He's done a good job at getting this group of people who vote for him, and he's creating more voters through welfare and other resources. He's creating more of them.
Well, I want to thank you all for coming. I think that, you know, what we're trying to do here, I think we did, and I think the press will hopefully pick up on it, is, you know, businesses are struggling. The private sector is not doing fine, as the president seems to think, and the stuff that's looming on the horizon, even more than we've seen in the last several years. You know, we've seen more new regulations come into effect this last several years now than we saw during the whole entire previous administration for 8 years, and a lot of them more significantly costly to the economy with Obamacare and Dodd-Frank and EPA and others, and you know, we've got to bring certainty out of Washington, D.C., so you know what the rules of the ballgame are, but they got to make some sense. And so that hopefully, but your input is helpful. And,
go
ahead.
I have to disagree with my good friend Lee here. I think we do win in November, but all these types of suggestions need to be taken back and listened to. I agree the message is tough to get through, but it can be done.
We can market it. It can be marketed properly.
You only win if you get the right vice president candidate.
Well, I think that's going to be critical.
And it seems to be it's got to be a Christian or the evangelistical right will not go. So.
But I think these types of ideas need
you know, I guess history a little bit what Lee said too is back in the Reagan first election, Carter was still winning. All was up by in October in the polls. Where Romney's, you know, they can talk right now that the president's spending more money because he has more money to spend, but that's changing. Because right now, because of the rules that I don't understand all this, some of the money that Romney has can't be spent after the convention. So that's why you're seeing 1 to 3 on the advertising. Yeah, that's what it's
all I'm saying is, you know, wake up. And get the right message.
I agree with that.
Just get the right message. Because if you keep going the way you're.
Yeah, Zane, go ahead.
I wanted a clarification on something. If I check and make sure that I heard you correct, that basically these tax increases will take effect January 1.
Current law.
Yeah, current law.
What happened?
I mean, there's.
Okay, here's what happened. In the last lame duck, when I was not there, you know, they had to pass some things, and that's when they passed the payroll tax extension, or when it started, and so that was negotiated. They had some Republican votes. Obviously, in the last lame duck, the Republican didn't control anything. You know, it was all Nancy Pelosi's Congress, and that's to get certain things done. The Republicans, one I can't think in my head what they are, but that's what they did. They did the Bush, quote, the Bush tax cuts, it was called, that till December 31st, 2012. And so the current law is, come January 1st, it goes back to where it was. And
I understand that, but you had said that Congress's plate is full, and you've only got so many days left until after the election, and basically there's nothing on the docket that's going to address this.
well, we are in the House.
Okay.
We like I said, next week in the House, we're going to pass to extend the current rates
For everyone.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are. The Senate won't take it up. And see, that's what's been really frustrating. You've probably seen Speaker Bannon on some of the Sunday talk shows and stuff hold up this card. I think it's about 40 or 45 bills now. 2 of them are mine. But every one of these bills that we hold up to 44 numbers now are all bipartisan bills. My bill, I want to hold, was a poster child, 872, was passed in March. March of 2011 with 293 or 94 votes, a super bipartisan majority, okay? That bill can't see the light of day in the United States Senate.
Mhm.
And so, and all these bills I'm talking about, these 40, we've passed more than 40 bills on it. These bills are all characterized as bills to improve the business climate in the United States.
Mhm.
You know, they're to provide more energy, development, regulatory, there's a lot of regulatory reform and
Mhm.
stuff. But to help all you guys get government off your back, and they're sitting in the United States Senate. And that's what people don't realize. They say, well, why doesn't Congress just do it? Well, one half of Congress is doing it.
Mhm.
So that's.
I understand all that. I understand what's been going on with the House and the Senate and everything. So then if you had stated that it'll all have to be done retroactively then, if Romney wins, okay?
Yeah, the taxes
And
will be done
If
retroactively.
the Congress goes Republican,
Yeah,
I mean, Romney can win and you can lose to the Democrats, and you're still not gonna get.
yeah.
Yeah. But the problem,
Yeah, right.
the problem with the administration, they're doing so much stuff by fiat or executive order, you know, by circumventing Congress. You know, if we controlled the entire Congress on some of this executive order stuff, I understand we could step in and override it and change it, but we can't because it takes the entire Congress. And of course, the very reason to do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right now, you know, the last election, the American people, you know, gave us divided government.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, and it's unfortunate, because what we need in the White House is a president that's gonna show leadership, and what this president is so divisive, create division, you know, and I call it the politics of envy, you know, trying to divide the American people by saying, well, you got your American dream, you don't, and so you need to, that's.
Oh, he's created a society that's pitted the employers against the employees, or vice versa,
You know,
the
where
employees
Ronald
against the
Reagan-
employers, yeah.
You know, if you remember, when Ronald Reagan took office, this American economy was, we had, you know, tremendous unemployment, high inflation,
18%
you know,
interest rate.
the misery index, you
Mhm.
know,
Yep.
we were more dependent on our energy from foreign sources and all that. And he came in there and you know, he brought the country together. And the best example I get that pretty personally was in probably about 85 or 86. I was out in Anaheim, California at the American Farm Bureau meeting. And one night, my wife and I went to one of those dinner play theaters. You know, we have dinner and they do a play thing. And it was unbelievable. It's Anaheim, you know, not exactly your conservative bastion of conservatism. And halfway through the play, they had this huge American flag rolled down the wall, and they did God Bless America, America Beautiful. And I thought to myself, growing up in the 60s, during the civil riots and Vietnam riots and everything, and all the, you know, patriotism wasn't, you know, and I thought Ronald Reagan brought patriotism and American spirit back, and he did. Because that's what really hit me when the American flag rolled down. Like that, I don't think you've ever seen that happen in the 70s.
No.
So, but that's what we don't have leadership.
Mhm.
It takes, the president has to be a leader.
I agree, absolutely, I agree.
So, again, thanks for coming, and we'll have more discussions in the future, but you're good support.
Appreciate you back.
Their hours because of Elizabeth. We had one of them, that were comments, we needed to work 4 hours. She said, well, I can't. Oh, I bet you have a big problem.